Hi, this is Porik, and this is a piece of music I've been playing with for a while, and I just thought I'd talk you through it, I suppose. This is a MIDI composition. So I'm in Logic Pro X, and MIDI, if I just look here for, oh, sorry, if I just look here for a second, this is the baritone sax. So I've got two trumpets, baritone sax, tuba, marimba plays a bit, and there's a drum at the bottom. So this is the process about how I emulate real music, I suppose. So as a composition, as a composer, I want to get as close as I can to how I want it to be played, and I can later, if I just go to the score here, print out a score. That's why I've got this program necessarily to for people to play it. So if I just play this first bit here. So we've got a half beat rest here, and we've got this really low note here, which is C-O. That's as low as the tuba can go. Actually, I really wanted to see baritone sax. So the baritone sax is C1, so it's another octave up. C-O is the lowest sound on the piano. I think it is. So let's listen. Now, what I'm interested in this first section is that the drums, the drums hits on the first note, but as we saw the baritone sax, there's a bit of a gap here. So when the saxophone comes in, it's on the upbeat. So I like that movement orientation that gives. So let's just listen to that first drum beat, and then poof, it starts in. So I just love bass notes. So if we just look at both of these, see they're doing octaves to each other, but the the tuba down here and the baritone sax, they've got very different voices, and they're running pretty much the same. So it's just another octave up of those. So they're running parallel harmonies, parallel octaves. Trumpet comes in and the second trumpet comes in here. Now here's the baritone sax solo. Trumpets, tuba. I love that softness. Listen to that just without the drums in it. So I'll just mute the drums and we'll just see. It doesn't have the swing to it. So listen to it again. So just that offbeat. The drums are making you move. It's not that note there. I think it's a fourth or something. So here comes the tuba solo. It's playing it cool. Ready for the big finish. I love that bit. If I can ever hear a real tuba play that piece, it would be the best day. Here it is. It's so honey sweet, but in a bass baritone. So let's just listen to it without the drums, because it's a bit harsh, not the start into the next section. So when the drums comes in, it comes in a bit earlier. So we just have a look here for a second. The drums comes in a bit earlier, so it's got a an introduction to the new rhythm to make the transition easier. So you're back into the groove. So let's listen to just this part here. So this last note on the trumpet, so it's got a long fall on it. So that's that part there. So if we had, just say a growl, I actually really like growls. Growl doesn't come out all so much. I'll just increase the volume, top it up. It's so high, it doesn't have that growly sound that is there. But I'll just undo that for a second. So I've got the long fall. Actually, I'll just go in here to see what this one is. So there's the growl there. So it's growl. I'm going to just listen to that growl again. So it has a rah. So let's just change that one to a scoop. So these are intonations about how you can change the sound of your instrument by the way you do the embouchure or whatever you play with fingering or whatever. So see the scoop there goes up. Yeah, so actually that couldn't be all right, but I'll keep it on growl here for a second. But that long fall allows things to just start again in a way. I like the sense that there's a bit of floating. This is a really floating song to me. Now these two here are running on jumping together. There's 2 octave jumps here, but they're like checkerboards. So it's jumping between the baritone sax and the trumpet. So the baritone is finished here, but the tuba has got this long. Is that a fall when they talk about electronic music? So I've got this slowing down, we've got this beautiful note together as if it's about to stop, and the tuba saves it, and then there's big bumping baritone comes in, and then just after that the drums come in, and the drums have got that big beat thing. So if I just solo this again, just make sure what you're so that process of starting from one section to another, I really love that process. We've got this, it's about to stop. Nah, we'll start again. Ooh. And the drums has that, it's on the 1 and 3, everything else sort of moves around that. And then it moves in, it crunches in, and then the tuba by itself now. Now the drums down here are just one note. So just solo that for a second. Boom, 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 boom. So it really emphasizes the simplicity of the tuba. And then we come back, we're crunching into a bit of rhythm. The solo here on the marimba. I really don't like the sound of this by itself, but I'm really interested in why I like it when it's in the piece. It's got this tension thing because it's moving up the scale, and it's got this really ugly... Now, I do love tension in there, so let's just listen to the marimba. And I think this is one of the things that I really like in ensemble work of 4 or 5 instruments, to listen to what each instrument is doing. So the marimba here is it's not pretty, and it's not a wonderful complexity that marimbas can do, but it just has this, especially when it's playing against the trumpet. So the trumpet, you can see, is exactly the same note in here. So you just... So it gives the trumpet a rhythm of which its notes can be also in. So here's that checkerboard thing again between these trumpet and the baritone sax. Long notes just do it to me. Now it's going off in a whole talk, like it's just fading away into this. I love that churchy tuba thing at the end here as it just slides down. I think that's the same note there. Yeah, it is the same note in the end. So it moves down. But even when 2 notes are exactly the same by different types of instrument, well, they're very similar instruments, but different voices, it has that a movement between them that sounds in there. It's not a stationary note. It's just them playing between it, where the wavelengths are just playing. I'll just play a little bit more of this one. But if you wanted to listen to it, it'll be up soon when I launch my album at the end of the year. As for what is music and what I'm trying to do, just love this sound. And I love rhythm. So I love rhythm over melody, and I love horns over everything else. When you hear those voices, they've just got something to them. That one there. So now we're going into this tuba solo. It's not trying to show off, showing you who I am. So I'm sorry that the sound's not so good to listen to the music here, but the only way I could get around it at the time. It sounds like a bird, doesn't it? Screeching in the forest. I like to jump in music. It's not like a song where it's all contained in one thing. It's lots of things just move around. And because it's like cinematic music, it allows it to move from one scene to a completely new scene, which happens all the time in movies, but you just have to work out how does one scene fit to another one and what are we trying to do here. And now it's just floating. I just like making the groove. And here it comes. I think that's my favorite part. So it goes on, it plays again. So we'll just go to the end piece here. I really wanted to play that really long and go on forever, but I saved you from that. But thanks very much. Cheers.